AITA for turning a Christmas concussion into a community theater career. A ceramic Santa changed my life. Hi Reddit. I'm Pete5, 4M. Yes, that Uncle Pete, the one from the viral Christmas dinner disaster story. You know, the one where a ceramic Santa was smashed over my head during a failed double engagement. Yeah, that one. Let me tell you the real story. The behind-the-scenes version, the truth behind the play, the bruises, and the weirdly cathartic rise of a very average man into the world of emotionally chaotic community theater. It all started with a ham Christmas dinner last year. My sister Tom's mom had just pulled the spiral-cut ham out of the oven. The air smelled like cloves, regret, and tension. Tom stood up to make a speech. We all assumed it was going to be a toast, or maybe a cheesy holiday thank you. Then he dropped to one knee. Jenna started crying, said yes. We all clapped. It was sweet. For about 37 seconds, then her phone buzzed, then Liz grabbed it, then someone yelled something about another proposal. Then all hell broke loose. I stood up to stop a fight between Tom's brother and a guy who turned out to be Jenna's ex and secret second. The floor was slick with spilled red wine and emotion. I slipped on a novelty snowflake rug and fell forward into the chaos. As I reached to break my fall, my sister screamed, misread my lunge, and in a fit of motherly panic, smashed a 2-foot-tall ceramic Santa over my back. That Santa was solid, like weapon grade. I hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. I saw stars, then gravy, then nothing. Next thing I know, I'm in the ER, still in my holiday sweater that said "Slay my name," with a mild concussion and a bruised ego. The nurse said, "You're lucky she didn't grab the nutcracker." The story went viral thanks to Liz's TikTok recap. I became a meme. For weeks, teenagers were tagging me in videos labeled, "When you try to save Christmas and get slayed." I was humiliated, until I wasn't. During recovery, I had to go to group therapy for trauma support, hospital policy for head injuries with family-related violence. That group changed my life. Why? Because every week, we told our stories. One woman talked about her dog stealing her engagement ring mid-proposal. Another guy told us how his twin brother catfished him as a prank for 6 months. We laughed, we cried, we workshopped. One week I turned my story into a dramatic reading. People applauded. I thought, what if this was a play? So I wrote one. 3 acts, light musical elements, based entirely on what happened at dinner, exaggerated just enough for laughs and gasps. I called it Santa Strikes Back, a family tragedy in 3 acts and 1 fruitcake. I submitted it to the community theater board as a joke. They accepted it. They called it surprisingly layered. One guy said it felt like August. Osage County meets a Hallmark original, written during a fever dream. I cast my niece Liz as Jenna. She was thrilled. Said she'd been training for this drama since birth. Tom gave permission. Said it was cathartic. Jenna ... did not. But that's another post. We started rehearsals. I played Tom's dad, wore a fake mustache and practiced yelling, "Not the Santa." Every night, opening night sold out. We had standing ovations. Local paper called it the strangest and most sincere performance of the year. I got fan mail, mostly from middle-aged women who thought I was brave and ruggedly honest. Some of them flirted. One sent cookies, another sent a ceramic Santa, painted gold. So AITA for turning a traumatic moment into the best thing that ever happened to me, because I feel great. But apparently Jenna is furious. Tom's mum is embarrassed. And my therapist says I'm channeling my pain into performance with alarming enthusiasm. Update coming. Liz wants to tour the show. I might get an agent. Also, Ryan emailed me, subject line, "We need to talk about Act 2. Ryan showed up to rehearsal, and I think I accidentally caused a second breakup. So, rehearsals were going great. Liz was method acting like her life depended on it. My neighbor Joyce, cast as Susan, Jenna's mum, was nailing the wine-throwing choreography. We even got a retired ballet teacher to help block the ceramic Santa scene for dramatic effect. We were a week away from opening night when Ryan showed up. Yes, that Ryan. Now, I hadn't told the cast he was coming, mostly because I didn't know. He just appeared in the back row of the community center rehearsal room, arms crossed, hoodie up, looking like a brooding theater critic who drinks Monster Energy. Liz noticed first. Mid-monologue she froze, went pale, then said, "Can someone get me a Gatorade or a priest?" I walked over to Ryan and asked what he was doing there. He said, "I read the script. Apparently, Someone, I won't name names, but it rhymes with schmoys, emailed him a copy after he mentioned on Facebook that he hoped the show flopped. I asked what he thought. He said, "I want to sue you, punch you, and also maybe workshop a rewrite of Act 2, because some of this is inaccurate as hell." I told him it was a dramatization. He said, "You made me monologue to a ceramic nutcracker like it was my dead father." Fair. I offered him a role in the play. He said I was insane, but then, a pause. A long, dangerous pause. Then he said, "Can I read a few lines?" Reader, he read, and he was good, like surprisingly good. Emotional but restrained, gave off tortured indie film vibes. Liz was horrified. Joyce clapped. My stage manager wept. Afterward, he said, "Okay, I won't sue, but only if I can rewrite my lines, and my character doesn't get slapped with a Yule log." We agreed, and now Ryan is playing himself in the show. The audience will be watching a man act out his worst emotional failure live on stage, and I don't know if it's art, therapy, or emotional exhibitionism, but it's happening. Which brings us to Jenna. She found out through Instagram. Liz posted a rehearsal pic, Ryan in costume. Caption: method acting or emotional chaos. Find out soon. Jenna called me, screamed for a solid 3 minutes, accused me of exploiting the family, said the baby would grow up watching TikToks of her mum getting dragged. I told her it wasn't personal, that it was inspired by true events, that it's more like fan fiction. She said, "This isn't Bridgerton, it's my life." Then she hung up. So now we've got a real ex playing himself, a viral niece going full Broadway, a lead character threatening legal action mid-rehearsal. An opening night is in 6 days. TL Doctor. Ryan showed up, read his character, and is now playing himself. Jenna is furious. Liz is thriving. And I might be writing the weirdest redemption arc in small-town theater history. Next update, coming after opening night, assuming we survive it. Also, someone sent me a bedazzled ceramic Santa in the mail. No note, just rhinestones and menace. Opening night featured a protest, a standing ovation, and a woman in labor. Opening night, packed house, buzz in the air. We had a wait list, a full cast, and Ryan drinking herbal tea backstage like he was prepping for the Met Gala. I wore my best thrifted blazer. Liz bedazzled her hair. Joyce brought emotional support biscotti. We were ready, and then the protest started. About 15 minutes before curtain, a group of 7 people gathered outside the theater, holding signs that read things like, "Truth isn't theater," "Free Jenna," "Stop exploiting family drama for ticket sales." Guess who was holding the megaphone? Jenna's mom, Susan. I knew it was a risk using real names. I thought changing Jenna to Brielle and Ryan to Chadwick was enough. It was not. Susan yelled through the megaphone, "My daughter deserves privacy, not puppetry." Inside, we delayed curtain by 10 minutes while the director, who is also my dentist, negotiated peace with muffins. I'm not kidding. He brought out a basket of lemon poppy seed and banana walnut like he was trading hostages. Eventually, the protesters left, but not before someone slapped a "Boycott Pete" sticker on my Subaru. Then the lights dimmed. The show began. And, my God, it killed. Liz was electric. Ryan gave a monologue in Act 2 that had an entire row of middle-aged women weeping into their playbills. Joyce threw the fake wine with the elegance of a ballet dancer and the fury of a woman wronged by carbs. I stepped on stage as Tom's dad and delivered my line. "You can't fix betrayal with fruitcake." To thunderous applause. Halfway through Act 3, someone yelled, "You go, Pete." Then, because the universe can't resist a woman in the third row went into labor. Like actual labor. We paused the show. The house lights went up. Ryan, still in costume, helped her partner guide her outside. Liz offered her sparkling water. Joyce held her purse. An ambulance came. She was fine. Later tweeted, "Went to see a play about emotional trauma. Left with a baby. Days Daisymas." We resumed the show. Standing ovation. People cheered when the ceramic Santa shattered. Someone yelled, "Justice for Pete," as I took my bow. After the curtain closed, the cast cried. The audience clapped for 5 minutes straight. My sister, yes, the one who hit me with the Santa, hugged me and said, "You made something good out of something awful. I'm proud. Also, I still have no memory of hitting you." I found the Boycott Pete sticker after the show and stuck it to my script binder. Jenna has not reached out. Her friend tagged me in a story saying, "We don't support trauma porn." Fair. But I've also gotten 3 emails from local theater groups asking if I'd consider submitting new work. So now I'm writing a sequel. Working title, Fruitcake Redemption, Briel's Reckoning. I might be the villain in someone's story, sure, but I'm the main character in mine. TL Doctor. Opening night included a protest, a literal baby, and the most dramatic standing ovation of my life. Jenna's mom tried to cancel me. The audience canonized me, and now I'm writing a sequel. Next update, soon. Liz wants to go on tour, and someone from Netflix DM'd me a very cryptic emoji. Netflix didn't call, but the local PTA did, and now I might be on tour with a bus named Santa One. So, the morning after opening night, I woke up to 87 missed notifications. Half were from theater people, a quarter were from PTA moms. The rest were from a local reporter who wanted to know if the labor incident was staged for clout. It wasn't, but God, I wish I was that clever. No word from Netflix, just that ominous emoji from someone whose bio said freelance script scout. I responded with, and haven't heard back. But you know who did call? The PTA of a private school in the next town over. Apparently, one of their board members saw the show and said, "This is the kind of raw, family-focused drama our fundraising gala needs." They offered to pay us to do an adapted version for their spring benefit. Liz screamed. Joyce said, "Do they want wine throws or just metaphorical tension?" Ryan said, "I'm not doing it unless I get a real dressing room this time." So yes, we're doing it. We're going on the road. 2 performances, 1 gala, 1 high school gym. We're renting a bus. Liz has already nicknamed it Santa One. She's making custom cast hoodies, and I somehow have become the de facto director, script editor, merch manager, and emotional support human. The revised show will include a new song, Deck the Drama, a rewritten Jenna monologue. Ryan insisted we cut the part where she throws a snow globe, a heartfelt moment with the ceramic Santa, now painted with glitter to symbolize growth. Jenna has not responded to my last 3 emails. I offered her a producer credit, a share of ticket proceeds, even creative input. She replied with 1 message, "Don't contact me again." Fair. But then something strange happened. Her cousin DM'd me on Instagram. She said, "You know, it's weird, but watching the show helped my mum and I talk again after 3 years. So, thanks." That message hit me harder than Jenna's rejection, because this whole thing started as a joke, a coping mechanism, a way to deal with being the guy who got Santa smashed at Christmas dinner. Now it's something bigger, not just my story, our story. Liz wants to film the gala performance and pitch it as a limited series to streamers. Joyce is designing merch. Ryan is talking about doing a solo show based on Act 2. We leave for the first performance next Friday. I still can't believe this is real. TLDR, no Netflix yet, but a private school PTA hired us to perform a revised version of the show. We're going on tour. Liz named our van Santa One. Jenna still hates it, but her cousin cried. And honestly, that makes this all worth it. Update after the gala performance. Assuming the gym's lighting rig doesn't collapse on me mid-monologue, the gala performance ended with a power outage, a surprise guest, and a standing ovation in the dark. We did it. First stop on the Santa One tour, a private school gymnasium with a snack bar, folding chairs, and a surprisingly aggressive fog machine. The PTA rolled out the red carpet. Literally, it was made of felt, but still. We had a dressing room in the home IC classroom, and the principal introduced us like we were Broadway royalty. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the cast of Santa Strikes Back, a family tragedy in 3 acts and 1 fruitcake." The audience, PTA members, local theater buffs, 3 rows of middle schoolers forced to attend for extra credit, and to actual theater critics who looked like they'd been bribed with free hummus. We were nervous. Liz was pacing. Joyce was whispering affirmations to the Santa prop. Ryan wore sunglasses indoors and said, "This is bigger than opening night." The lights dimmed. The fog machine hissed, "Curtain up," and we crushed it. Jokes landed, lines hit. Liz Asbriel absolutely devastated with her revised monologue about seasonal betrayal and self-worth. Someone shouted "Yes girl" when she threw the fruitcake prop with perfect aim into a trash can. Act Turian's moment brought silence. Even the middle schoolers stopped texting. Then came the twist. During the final act, all the lights went out. Power outage. Boom. Blackness. Fog. Gasps. We froze. Stage manager yelled from the wings. We lost the breakers. I stepped forward, into the dark. and said, "This family might be in the dark, but we still have something to say." I delivered my final monologue under the emergency exit light. Liz lit her face with her phone flashlight, like it was Shakespeare in the apocalypse. Joyce held up the glitter Santa like Simba. We finished, in the dark, with flashlights and raw determination, and the audience gave us a standing ovation. Someone chanted Pete, 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 like I'd just cured regional emotional trauma. Then it got even wilder, because someone tapped me on the shoulder after curtain call. It was Jenna, in the audience, sitting near the back. No signs, no screaming, just there. She looked calm, tired, worn, but calm. She said, "That was better than I expected." I said, "Thanks for not throwing anything." She smirked, then said, "You got a lot wrong, but you also got some of it right." Then she handed me a small box and left before I could open it. Inside, a miniature ceramic Santa gold, with a glitter crack down the back. I stood there for a full 5 minutes, holding it like an Oscar. Ryan saw it, nodded, said, "Closure, man. That's what that is." So yeah, we're doing another show next month, a charity performance for the community center. Liz wants to add a dance number. Joyce is designing a musical version. I think we've started a movement. TL Dr. Gala show was amazing. Power went out. Jenna showed up. Gave me a cracked gold Santa. Closure achieved. Standing ovation earned. And we're officially turning this mess into a legacy. Update coming if Santa 1 makes it to the city without exploding. Or if Jenna shows up again. Or if Liz actually adds that dance number she's threatening. We premiered the musical. Someone proposed, and I think this might actually be my life. Now we did it. The final show of the tour, a charity benefit at the community center where this all began. 1 year after I got knocked out by a ceramic Santa, we performed a full musical based on that moment, with jazz hands, key changes, and a disco ball made of glitter glue and trauma. We called it Santa Strikes Back. The musical, a sparkling redemption story. Joyce choreographed a tap number for the wine-throwing scene. Ryan sang a solo called 2 Rings, 1 Regret. Liz belted an 11 o'clock number titled Deck the Halls. I'm done. I had a duet with the glitter Santa. Yes, I sang to a prop. The audience screamed. The mayor came. The local paper did a full spread. One kid asked for my autograph, and then said, "You're like Hamilton, but for messy people." Then came the real surprise. Midway through the second act, during a dramatic musical pause, someone in the audience stood up, turned, dropped to one knee, and proposed to their girlfriend, who immediately burst into tears and said yes. Liz stopped the show mid-line and yelled, "Live proposal in Act 2. That's iconic." The audience lost it. We all sang the next verse directly to them. Ryan ad-libbed Mazel Tov into a chorus. Joyce gave them a fruitcake. I don't think theater gets better than that. After curtain call, the cast hugged like we'd survived war. I gave a speech. I might have cried. I definitely thanked the ceramic Santa, which is now mounted on a plaque, with the quote, "From chaos, clarity." After the show, Jenna sent a message. "Saw the live stream. You're all ridiculous. But I get it now. Good luck, Pete." And that's enough. So, here we are. 1 year, 6 shows, 2 versions, 3 fanfic spin-offs, and 1,000 glitter snowflakes later. I'm working on a new play, a drama comedy about second chances, holiday dinners, and generational chaos. Liz wants to produce it. Ryan wants to score it. I'm still just Pete, but maybe I'm Pete the playwright now. TL, Doctor. We ended the run with a full musical, a live proposal, and what might actually be closure. Jenna reached out. I found my voice, and somewhere, in all the glitter, chaos, and songs, I think I found my life again. Thanks for being part of the show. And if Broadway calls, I'm already working on the Christmas lights choreography. If you like these stories and videos, make sure to like, comment and share, so we can make some money from ad revenue and continue getting better and better with our publications. We strive to donate a portion of everything we make to charities that make a difference. Let us know if there is someone or thing you want to support. Thank you for staying until the end and enjoying the story.